Shalom, to the elect of Israel, giving all praise, honor, and glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, every well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. And this lesson is, this is just going into, I was reading this earlier, and I was, going through Chat GPT with it too. Chat GPT, man, it really, it could break scriptures down sometimes, man. All right. But, this is going into a friend. Okay. In these scriptures, we need these scriptures, man. All right. Wisdom, direction, instruction. We need these things. Especially in times we're coming into. All right. That's the thing. When knowledge was an understanding, especially this knowledge was an understanding, you don't walk around, just blindly. All right, but nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, starting in verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first and be not hasty to credit him, right? If you want to get a friend, you can't just accept anybody who comes along. No, man, that could be harmful to you. Okay? You got to prove him first. You got to test out his character, man. You got to see if he is really going to be a true friend or not. And you can't be so quick, to, consider him as a friend. And really, we, us like-minded brothers, man, really, we're the only friends we really got. This world, we know how it is. We don't trust these people in this world. They're against us. The scriptures talk about this. This is the book of Proverbs 29 and 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is abomination to the wicked. Okay? So this world, is really against us. People in this world, you can't really trust them. Okay? You can't really trust people in this world. All right? Really, friendship really, should be, the true friendship should really be among the brotherhood, to be honest. All right? How Shai even said, remember, well, we all know who he said his true family is. All right? But I'm not going to get that right now. St. John 13 and 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. See? So Yahweh Shai wants the brotherhood to love one another, man. Brotherly love. This is Hebrews 13 and 1. Let brotherly love continue. Okay? Psalm 133 and 1. The Song of Degrees of David. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. All right? So you see how, it is having a brother. That's how we got to be to each other. Have brotherly love, right? But even new brothers, have to be vetted out and stuff like that, into the camp. Brothers, you don't just go and accept anybody. You got to be tested, okay? You got to be proved first, all right? So, and especially in the times we're coming into, people are going to be looking for the prophets and men of the Lord. Yeah, you definitely going to want to live by this, okay? Verse 8, for some man is a friend for his own occasion. It will not abide in the day of thy trouble. Yeah, some people, would rather just be a friend for benefit. This world is evil, man. Some people would just rather be your friend for benefit, what they can get out of it. But when you go through trouble, they're not going to abide with you. See? And a true friend is going to stick by in the day of your trouble. Okay? Let me see something. Wait 1 second. All right, so lucky I can't find it, but I thought it was a certain scripture I was looking for. Talking about how a friend is there in trouble, but anyways, a true friend is going to abide with you in trouble. Verse 9. And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach. You see, because you have fallouts with certain people, that you used to call your friend. Now they go about telling your secrets. Things that you just wanted to keep between you and them, making it known, publicizing it. You see? This is the importance of, vetting things out, You really just, you really want to prove a friend first, man. Okay? You want to prove a friend. You don't want to just blindly call someone your friend. That's not wise. It says, again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. But in thy prosperity he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servants. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face. And just talking about somebody who's with you while everything is good. When tribulation happens, they gone. You see, now brothers are supposed to help, man. Okay, we're not supposed to be like that. You see a brother in need, you're supposed to help him if you can. You're supposed to help him, man. Not just be at the camp. Every time you see him, shalom, shalom, but then when he goes in trouble, you're on mute. It's not right. Verse 13, separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends. Yeah, take heed of your friends. Because even in the 40 Laws of Power book, it even tells you, friends, they could be real dangerous, man. Okay? Friends can be very dangerous. Because those are the ones you wouldn't expect to turn on you. Verse 14, a faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that hath found such an one has found a treasure. Yeah, a good friend, a faithful friend, you can't put a price on that, man, and that's a brother. Okay? And we're going to need that, man. The brotherhood is going to become precious in the last days, man. Okay? The Lord may have it to where brothers is, together during Jacob's trouble, sticking around each other throughout the whole thing, making sure, encouraging each other in the spirit. It could go down like that. Don't think you might just be alone. It's a possibility the Lord could have you paired up with a brother, to the very end. See? So, I just wanted to go through these verses, man. All right? Scriptures with wisdom. So with that, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakodash, that will honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, every well, peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Shalom to the elect.